Oh, who am I with today?
You're with Ryan Cook.
And what were you playing?
I was playing Raccoons.
And what place did you get?
I came 47th at UK Nationals.
Nice. So we're going to go straight to the deck profile?
Yeah, no worries.
And go ahead.
Okay, so we're just going to run through the cards in the main deck first, and then I'll have explanations after for them. So, round 3 Baby Raccoon from Pojo, which is pretty steep. 2 Tantan.
Oh, 2, interesting.
1 Wind-Up Kitten.
Yep.
1 Kalantosa for your Tantan targets. 1 Raikou, which is another thing you can get off of the Pimpoko. 1 Elephant. 1 Keymouse. 1 Saburo. That's most of it for your like level 2 or lower beasts. On top of that, also run 1 Beast King Barbaros. It's for like an opening combo, which I'll show you later on in the video. Also ran 1 Mass Chameleon. This allows you to have easy Nuturia Barkion access. 1 Thunder King. Like, not gonna lie, a lot of games when the Raccoon things weren't really doing what they're supposed to do, I just sat on Thunder King for the entire game and just rolled him to victory. He's like so good. Best normal summon in the game. And last for the monsters is 2 Maxi, which isn't really a monster, just so 16 monsters. The spells, 3 Obedience Guild, 3 Upstart Goblin, which is basically just used to see your Obedience Guild faster, 3 MST. Played 3 MST just to blow away opposing Fiendish Chains and things that would just stop Tantan, Pojo, and the Sandius. Also made 2 Soul Charge. Obviously Soul Charge is great in most decks. That's all I need to say about that card. 1 Book of Moon and 1 Creature Swap, which is just kind of like a tech choice for like Noble Knights and Fusions. I think there was 13 spells, so 16 monsters, 13 spells. For the traps, 3 Fiendish Chain, 2 Burst to Birth, because getting Tantans back in face-down defense position is ridiculously good. Also made 2 Mistake, because the deck doesn't search at all, and it hurts a lot of the meta I played today. And then Staple Traps, so 1 Compulse, 1 Torrential, 1 Bottomless, and 1 Black Corner Heaven.
No Solemn Warning?
No Solemn Warning, because the amount of life that you have to pay in this deck for things like Burst Rebirth and Soul Charge, and your opponent's going to hit over your little guys like Pimpokos that you leave in attack mode. Warning's dead a lot of the time, so I decided to cut it for like a black card.
That's fair enough. So extra deck?
40 cards in the main deck. Extra deck. We have, really the extra deck is just 3 cards. It's 3 Ronin Raccoon Sandia, because this guy is just so good. The other things, some things don't really summon, like Herald of Pure Light I summoned a few times. Gachi once to stall in time.
There's a funny story about Gachi that you can tell us later.
2 Downer Magician, because if your opponent Fiendish Chains one of your Sandius, it's just sitting there kind of useless and you've got no means to destroy it, so 2 Downer Magician. That's all for the Exceeds, 7 Exceeds. Then 1 Misbird Plausilas, because you can make it, it's a level 3. 1 Fabled Unicorn, which is the trollsiest card on the earth. Fabled Saburo lets you go into this and it negates everything your opponent does, but you have the same amount of cards in hand. It's really naughty. So 2 Naturia Beasts for first on Obedience Skill, shenanigans and things. Other level 5s play 1 Armades for like Fusions and Gears, they can't search with armor. 1 Thunder Unicorn. I didn't summon this at all, but it's another beast for Obedience Guild. For example, if you need to get over a big guy, and if you only get an Obedience Guild play.
What does it do exactly?
Its effect is something along the lines of once per turn during your main phase, you can select a face-up monster your opponent controls. Right. It loses 500 attack for each monster you control, and then only this can attack this turn.
And it includes your tokens?
Yeah, it includes tokens as well. So
that's great.
It's I never used it, but it's there. 1 Naturia Barkion, because Barkion is just so good. Yeah. So really good against a lot of decks. And 1 Leo.
Nice.
There's a first turn Barbaros combo where you can open Leo, a Sandiu, and a 3100 token from 2 cards. So
that's awesome.
15 next deck. Go to the side deck quickly. You find it. The 3rd Maxi. 2 Effect Failure.
Yep.
2nd Creature Swap, just for decks like Noble Knights and Fusions, things that it can play around really well. It was really good, really good today. 2 Needle Sealing was kind of for dragons and for mermaids and decks that just spammed a lot of monsters, especially with Soul Chargers being so popular. Didn't play any dragons today, so it came in a few times. 2 Royal Prison, this was effectively just for dragons. Monsters can't be special summoned from the graveyard, so you can chain it to Soul Charge plays, you can chain it to a lot of stuff. I didn't play dragons today, so I didn't side it in. 2 Debunk. I probably should have played 3 Debunk. 3 Debunk. Debunk is like one of the best trap cards in this format. It hurts so many decks, Mermaids especially. There was the 2nd Black Corner Heaven, went in against things like Gear Gia, Evil Swarm, Constellar. Then we have 1 Soul Drain, 1 Macrocosmos, because the deck doesn't really need the Grave to operate as much. You can side out things like Soul Charge and Burst Rebirth, because if you have a Macrocosmos or a Soul Drain up against something like Bujin or a Mermail player, you're going to win the game anyway. So 1 Dust Tornado, just a little bit of extra spell trap destruction for skill drains mainly for Dragon matchup. And 15 card was 1 Ceasefire, because a lot of people are playing Soul Charge today, and a lot of guys I came down with played Ceasefire in the side deck because your opponent can Soul Charge for 4 or 5 and you can Ceasefire and just win the game. So,
what was your best card in your extra deck for today?
In the extra deck?
Sorry, side deck.
Side deck. I kind of want to say Ceasefire, but it wasn't. It was probably the creature swap, because I played a couple of Bujin matches and a Noble Knight matchup, and it won all those games. Sorry, I put it the right way around. Or it was probably the debunks. The debunks were just really good against Mermail.
Nice.
They just won matches against Mermail single-handedly. So that's the extra main inside. What do you want me to go? Do you want to go over combos, or do you want me to go on a bit the games?
You can maybe go over some like reasoning behind like how did the double max E work for you today in the main?
Double max E in the main was fine.
Was it good today?
It was really good. There's a lot of Infinity going about. I didn't play Infinity. There's a lot of Mermail. It's not bad against any match except maybe Bujin.
Nice.
But it's just a really good card overall.
And how about the mistakes in the main? Would those make it work for you today?
The mistakes were really, really good. Mistakes is going at least 1-for-1 with every deck in the meta. This deck doesn't search, so you're unhurt by it completely. When you're playing decks like Bujin, you're playing decks like YuGiOh, Mistake just puts in so much work, it's incredible. At worst, it's an MST bait to take away from your other things. So it went really well in the main today, 2 copies. A lot of people were wondering why I was only playing 1 Kalantosa and 2 Tantan. A lot of the decks that I've seen playing online who play Raccoons play 3 Pojo, 3 Tantan, 2 Kalantosa, 2 Wind-Up Kitten, and just a bunch of normal summons that they just decrease the deck's consistency. You only need 2 Tantan because Pojo is always a better play than just setting a Tantan, because Pojo gives you the extra level 2 body on board.
Is there anything, any other monsters that are like kind of different to standard Raccoon builds?
Probably. I don't really know, to be honest, but probably.
Maybe the Barbaros?
People are siding Thunder King. You just being Thunder King is just really, really good against everything. People aren't playing Mask Chameleon. I play 1 Mask Chameleon. A lot of people are saying it can be dead in a lot of games because it's only targeted against Pojo. But you're going to see Pojo all the time. You're going to play it off Obedience, you're going to draw it, you're going to want to see Pojo all the time. And if you play 1 copy of Mask Chameleon, it gives you a 1 card Materia Barkion. Like, I won a game against Mermail, surprisingly, when they set 3 back row, and I just Chameleon didn't Pojo, and Barkion attacked. He did ruin next turn, and then I made a Sandiu and made a 2500 token and attacked for game through his 3 back row. It's really, really good, really, really good this deck.
Nice.
Saburo is obviously there for the Unicore access, and I think everything else is pretty much standard in the deck.
Alright, cool. So maybe let's show us a couple of combos.
A couple of combos. The main combos that you play in the deck revolve around Obedience Guild. For example, if you Obedience Guild, you bring out 3 level 2 beasts from your deck or lower. So if you open Obedience Guild, actually, I'll get the cards out so it's easier for you to see. Okay. I'll bring out Soul Charge as well, because Soul Charge is really good for my combos in this deck as well. I'll go into some of the combos that got made. Obedience Guild plus any level 2 beast in hand equals Naturia Beast and Defense Position Sandiu. Which is, Naturia Beast is such a strong opening against a lot of decks. A lot of decks still playing Upstart Goblin, playing Soul Charges. Bujins, for example, play Tenki, Duality, all this on top of it. Gears and Mermails tend not to play spells, but everything else is... it stops dragons from setting up as well, it stops their shrines, it stops a lot of things. So Naturia Beast and Defense Sandiu. Obedience Guild plus Abyss King Barbaros. You bring out the 3 level 2 beasts, for example, we'll just use these for an example. 3 level 2 beasts. You normal summon the Barbaros without tributing. Then you can synchro the Barbaros and the Elephant into the Leo. And then you overlay your other 2 beasts into the Sandiu. And the Sandiu then uses effect and gets a 3100 token to the field. So that's your opening field from 2 cards.
And then with Soul Charge you go...
Soul Charge, the combos are all extended. Against the Spellwave player, in game 3, I opened turn around so you can see it. I keep forgetting the camera's the other way. I opened this hand, which meant that I played Obedience Guild.
Can Sean Godley and Norman Lewis please come to the admin station?
just say this is the Albanian Guild. I assume that's probably right what I brought off of it. So I played Albanian Guild, got these guys. Normal summon Chameleon with no effects. It's level 4 Earth Tuner. Made a Sandiu. Ditched from Sandiu to get a token, level 1 token. Sync for Naturia Beasts, which is good enough against Spellbook's game 3. So sync for, sorry, extracts all over the place here. Made Naturia Beasts. Played the Soul Charge. Got back Chameleon and a Beast. Made another Sandiu. Got another Sandiu token, and then synced a token and a Chameleon for a second Naturia Beast.
Ben Russell and David Stevens.
Up in this combo against Spellbooks and set back row, and it was just
GG.
It was just GG no re. So that's some of the combos you can do in the deck involving the Albanian Guild. It's also like a cool engine where you burst, reburst, Tantan in the end phase. You flip summon it, get a Kalantosa, pop a card, and then you can Sandiu into a token and run over the big guy. So it's a lot of little kind of interactions in the deck, but that's the main combos.
So how is your deck in terms of life point costs? Like, did you find that Burst Rebirth was like maybe not working out as well as it should have, or was everything kind of okay?
Burst Rebirth's expensive. It's really expensive. Soul Charge is expensive. It's kind of behind the reasoning why I cut Warning. I played 2 Burst Rebirth, 2 Soul Charge, so I didn't see them dead that often. There were games where I would draw dead Burst Rebirth, and you think maybe if it was something else, but the power of the card is too high to not play it. I would maybe consider dropping down to 1 Burst Rebirth, but I played 2 for the event. It wasn't too bad.
Is there anything that you wanted to include in the deck but couldn't because of space?
I think there was tons of janky, horrendous stuff that I wanted to include in the deck. I want to play Tree Otter. I wanted to play like just a bunch of random stuff. I wanted to play 3 Creature Swap, just because. Not really. The side deck was really cramped. I wanted to play DD Crows. I wanted to play Imperial Animals. I wanted to play a bunch of stuff, but eventually everything just had to get cut for.
Alright, well, congratulations on your top, and we'll see you at future events.